What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer and crypto specialist, and I'm just giving y'all some insight to the markets. Remember, this is not financial advice. You always have to do your own due diligence. Look at it as financial entertainment, education, whatever you want. First off, follow me here at DecemberDeMarco. Shout out to all the OGs that's rocking with the channel. Comment hashtag OG if you've been rocking with us. Make sure if you new, you subscribe. We got a lot of new things coming to the channel. We'll be covering NFTs. This video we'll be talking about, how to get a specific percentage gain in Shiba Inu. Also, why we are the next Shiba Inu millionaires in line, as well as how to recover from a loss. Also, how much Shiba Inu do you have to buy to basically end up with X amount of dollars? Also, we'll be covering some of the market sentiment just to determine how the overall market feels right now about Shiba Inu. And basically, I just want to let y'all know, don't panic, man. Everybody's, feeling indifferent right now. We got a lot of FUD getting thrown around, but those who really know what's up, and I'm gonna show y'all why. So also follow me here on Facebook. We have our own private investment community called Private Stock Market Game. We got over 4,000 active investors over there. I'm doing free alerts inside this group. I just did a small sample size, just to see where my averages was at, and I'm at 96.6% accuracy rate with these alerts that I'm giving out. So make sure y'all join this group. Right now the door is closed, but I will be opening it up, allowing a few people to get in there on a first come first serve basis. So make sure you jump in there. Remember, it's Private Stock Market Game. Get in the line ASAP. You won't regret it. So now we have to take a look at the market right now. We got Shiba Inu. Let's see where we at for the day. We're up 2% at 6594. Now, a lot of people are hitting me up saying, what's going on? Why aren't things moving? How they expect it. And I just want to tell y'all to be patient for a few reasons. This is a crypto class, so I got a few notes that we have to go through. But right now we have some crypto warfare going on. There's a transfer of money happening right now from impatient hands to the patient investors, aka the institutional investors or smart money. So a lot of y'all think that, the market is either going down or it's just being stagnant. And what's happening is a lot of people are being, swapped out of their positions, so a lot of people are panic selling or selling for a loss. And we have these institutions coming to scoop up their positions. So that's all that's happening right now. Once these institutions have a nice bag, trust me, we'll be going up again. I'm going to show y'all why as well. Now, one thing you have to remember is with the market, even if we can kind of predict where it's heading, it will still kind of fake us out and do something different, if everybody can kind of start predicting where it's going. So you have to leave a little room for error in your investment, decision making. So, always remember to never, risk more than you're willing to lose, because, then you put yourself in a risky, situation. So, let's say we expect the market to do one thing, but it does something else. If we don't risk more than we're willing to lose, then we'll be fine. We can be a part of that group of patient money that doesn't have to sell our position or doesn't have to panic. So another thing we want to pay attention to is regulation is coming. So I believe that we're about to see, some form of a crypto winter, which I'll pull up the definition for that in a moment. But there's a few different definitions, but for a few reasons, I think in the future, I'm calling it here, I think we'll see a $30,000 Bitcoin, just because I believe they want to shake the market down and really scare a lot of people out of their positions, come scoop up all these low altcoins, and then I think we'll see another boom. But also with the regulation, I believe a lot of these coins and projects won't, last through that, or a lot of developers or teams will, possibly be scared off. So, one thing you can do right now when you see the market happening like this, you can continue to dollar cost average into your position over time, or what you can do is just sit on your hands and be patient and just kind of wait till no one is talking about anything. Honestly, I think right now we are still in a good buying demand zone, to buy Shib. But honestly, you could wait a little longer. I do think we'll see that 5 level again sometime. It might stretch for about a month or two. And I want to, tell y'all why y'all have to start looking at things on a macro level, because a lot of y'all are just looking at, things from the last, month, last 2 months, and y'all going based off of that, especially y'all that are newer into the market. So let me get 1 second before we go into that chart. But you want to wait for these, prices to fall, when people aren't talking about them. That's what, that's when you get the best buying opportunities. So when you hear, every day people talking about Shib. You seeing it in the headlines, you seeing everybody, actively talking about it, then most likely the price isn't as low as it'll be. So sometimes you could just sit back in the cut if you want to, week by weekly, maybe whatever your preferred method, your preferred amount of purchases, like maybe $100 a week, $200 a week, whatever your number is, 500 a week. You could still dollar cost average into it, but if you want to wait for these times to really, snipe and grab a nice bag for a discount, I would either wait to these 5 levels again, or just, until you see nobody talking about it again for a little bit, or just till it feels, of course, nobody's ever going to stop talking about Shib completely, but when you can look around and it kind of feels like, people are forgetting about it a little bit, that's when we start to get happy, because we know soon after that, sometimes that's when we know we're in the beginning phases of the next boom. So also one of my notes that I got here is, just for y'all that feel a little bit unconfident or unsure about how the market is going, especially with your certain project, but right now we'll focus on Shib. I showed y'all this in some of my previous videos, but I want y'all to use this tweet sentiment analyzer. So what this is a sentiment tool that measures the sentiment in the market on different keywords. So basically you could type in the cryptocurrency that you're following. So we got Shiba Inu in here right now, and we can see this quadrant here. Now we can see that the sentiment is basically the overall feeling that the market has about something. So we can see that overall the market has a pleasant sentiment on Shiba Inu, even though things are moving sideways. These green dots, all these green dots are populating this right half of this quadrant. That's a good sign. You see, we only have a few blue dots on this left half. So this is for unpleasant on this side, this is pleasant on this side, and the higher up here is active and then subdued here. But we can hover over some of these green bubbles to actually see what people are saying. So let's see right here. We got, could it be that the Simpsons predicted that Shiba Inu coin? So something right there, you can click the tweet, to open it up fully. This is just basically gathering tweets from Twitter and, just basically using it to predict how people feel about, the keyword that you're searching. So right now we can see a lot of people are still happy when it comes to Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu coin, massive development today. Shiba holders, you need to see. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so you see a lot of people promoting, Shib, just a lot of people feeling good. We'll even go to the other side and see what some people are saying, on the negative side of Shib. And sometimes you gotta, double check these, because sometimes it could not actually be negative. The algorithm might mistakenly, mark it on the negative side. So this one says Elon Musk adopts Shiba Inu, causing cryptocurrency mayhem. So you have to be careful with this one, because it's not actually a negative sentiment. It's just because they put the word mayhem in there, so the algorithm tied it to a negative tweet. So it's just talking about Elon Musk with him promoting or getting his Floki dog, his Floki Shib. So y'all that's following the market, y'all seen we called that alert as well. If you're following my Facebook group, you would have got the alert to jump in on Floki as well. I called that out for free. So just use this tool. You can type in different cryptocurrencies, whatever you want to research. But I also wanted to show y'all something here. So if we return back to our all-time high, we were at that 35 level, but if we got a wicking all the way up to that 5023 level. So from where we were here, this is a 426% gain if we go back to basically previous all-time highs. But if we go to that top of that wick, that's a 655% gain. So I just want to show y'all something potentially. If you bought in, this is why you want to use right now as a buying opportunity. Because if you bought in, let's just say $1,000 right now, and we return back to all-time highs, you would easily have a $4,260. So now let's say we even get to that 655% mark. That $1,000 will turn into 6,550. So now let's say you wanted to put in 10,000. If you invested 10,000 right now, hold on. $10,000 right now, if we return back to the all-time highs, will be $65,000. So that's a long way. So you can kind of just just basically calculate how much money you want to make based on how much can you afford and how much you want to make. Remember, don't over, leverage yourself into this or risk more money than you can, because the market can stay, irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So you want to keep that in mind. Don't put money in here that you can't afford to leave sitting, for at least 3 years. If you don't believe this project will be around for at least 3 to 5 years, then you should probably not be investing in it. Now remember, this is not financial advice, but that's just what I like to, that's a method I like to keep in mind, especially if it's not something I'm day trading. If you know how to day trade and use technical analysis, fundamental analysis, then that's a little different. But for y'all that are beginning and just seeing all these new projects, if you don't believe in the project, once you read the white paper, you read the website, and you look into the team and you look into the communities, if you don't believe they'll be around for the long term, then you should probably stay clear of that project. So also, how to recover from, some of y'all losses. I hear a lot of people asking that. So let's just look at the chart real quick. So if we take a look on the all-time, chart, we still looking nice, y'all. You got to think about it. Some of y'all complaining, before we go into this, how to recover for the loss, but some of y'all complaining about, where we are right now, maybe because you bought at the top. But, think about the people who bought Bitcoin, last year, this time. They bought a $10,000 Bitcoin basically at the top of their time frame, and a lot of people would have probably said they missed it, they were wrong, or they got in at the wrong time. But now look, we sitting here with a $46,000 Bitcoin that touched 60,000. So you just got to give it time. Like Buffett says, time in the market beats timing the market. So if we go here to this date last year, Bitcoin was $10,731. So it opened up at $10,700. So, that's 4x, basically. So you have to give these coins time to really, flourish and, blossom into what they, can be. It won't happen in 2 months. It won't happen in 4 months sometimes. I always told y'all, if y'all go back to my beginning video, I said I like to give these projects at least 9 months to be able to do, what they need to do to be able to see some type of growth, where I'm looking at the project again like, should I maybe think about, selling a position if it's not doing anything? But before the first 9 months, if it's something you truly believe in, you shouldn't even be worried about it. Some of y'all looking, too closely at a small time frame, on a daily chart. Y'all constantly looking on an hour chart and, being shaken all around with these emotions going everywhere. You have to sometimes, not, maybe if you have to, don't look at it for a day, but for y'all that have been asking, how to get some of those losses back, I took a couple notes for that. So first off, this only works if you haven't risked more than what you can afford to lose. If you risk more than what you can afford to lose, then this won't work. That's why I always tell y'all that first. So first off, never sell at a loss. You can wait for the market to rebound. Remember, it's only a paper loss. It's not considered a true loss until you sell your position, because the market can always turn around and you could break even, or you can, see even, new highs. So another way, you can buy twice the amount of your original investment, and then that way you would only need half of the amount that you went down to go back up to be able to break even and basically come out with just a little bit on top. So for instance, let's say you invested $100 and you lost 60% on that 100. So that means you have 40 left. If you double your initial investment of $100 and put $200, and now all you would need is a 30% return to basically break back even and have a little bit of something on top. So now that would only work for, those who invested what they can afford to lose, because then if you can afford to lose it, then that means you got it again. So just double it. This is not financial advice, but for y'all that, if you see a potential 30% return coming soon, or 30% gain coming soon on your crypto, and you're down, 60% on it, then you could double your original investment and potentially break back even using that method. Now, I don't recommend that for everybody, because that can get a little tricky. But another thing you can do is diversify into stronger coins. So potentially like the top 10 coins that you see on CoinMarketCap, top 15 coins, those are generally some of the stronger coins that you can expect to be around for longer term. and buying those on the dips could help you see some of the losses that you've seen in the other token, get them back. You can get those losses back faster through gains from other coins, is basically what I'm trying to say. So another way is to learn about fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So if you learn how to read the charts, you can learn how to actually buy the dips and take advantage of those price corrections and sell at the tops. So basically buying low and sell high. So those are a few ways to make your money back if you want to recover for a loss. Let's see what else we got. So I got a couple articles I wanted to take y'all through as well, just so y'all can see some more of what the market is saying. But let's see, where are we? Actually, let's see. Shout out to everybody reaching out to the channel, and I'm gonna hit y'all right after this. So here we have what was a crypto winter? It's a cycle. A crypto winter is a cycle that has come to be called crypto winter. In October and November of 2013, Bitcoin rose tenfold and then fell 87% through January 2016. In 2017, the price rose nearly 20 times and then fell 84% over the next year. It didn't recover its previous high until late 2020. So, I don't believe this next crypto winter will last as long because technology has advanced. Adoption is more widespread. We got a whole country, multiple countries using cryptocurrency as their main form of payment. So, we have more people that accepted cryptocurrency. So that means the time that it takes to rebound through this crypto winter technically shouldn't be as long fundamentally. So couple articles though. So one thing that's affecting the market heavily, you got to look at those economic indicators. So one thing that happened recently is if you just type in different economic indicators or economic news or things that, or just coming to see CNN and look at different articles to see what else is affecting the market at the current time to see how it could affect crypto. So right now you can see from this articles, millions in U.S. coping with loss of special jobless benefits. So after 11 million Americans lost federal pandemic unemployment benefits, many must now face their next steps forward. So you got to think about that. A lot of people were receiving these benefits that were putting this money into crypto. So now with them not having this money to put into crypto, that money's going to slow up just a little bit. So now money's going to have to shuffle from other projects or other coins into whatever waiting for. So just be patient. Realize right now the entire market is kind of slowing down a little bit. Now there's a lot of manipulation going on behind the scenes where I believe it's some a lot of institutional buying going on, especially with some of these altcoins that people don't realize that are about to boom after this next winter is over with, I believe. But that's for another video. But here's another article we got from institutionalinvestor.com, which is what's next for crypto. So basically 10 predictions for what's upcoming. So as an emergent and inherently volatile asset class, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others might seem to defy predictive modeling and forecasting, but blockchain analysis of millions of global crypto transactions and assets holding behaviors are revealing trends, potential indicators, and other intel that investors can use to anticipate what's coming next. Here are 10 predictions from Philip Gradwell, chief economist and Chainalysis, the blockchain data platform and industry leader. While the following is not investment advice, he recommends that institutional investors consider these 10 factors when advancing their cryptocurrency strategies through 2022. So this is something that we want to also pay attention to, that there's institutional forums that are directly targeting these institutional buyers. So look at them. They're communicating to them that cryptocurrency is here. This is something serious now. Before, they used to just look at crypto like it was something super wild, like it wasn't safe, like it didn't have the fundamentals. But now we are clearly past that point. So that's another thing why I believe that, even though things will slow down, I believe we'll see another bull market, sooner than later. So I mean a a crazy bull market. So that's us right now, the ones that are holding right now. If y'all be patient, it might take a year. It could take 9 months to a year. I don't know exactly, but I believe we will be the next ones in line to be those Shiba Inu millionaires. If you have been buying these dips, if you have been loading up on your positions, then just hold tight. That's all I can say. So let's see. One, look for Bitcoin to hold its 36,000 price floor. There's data-driven evidence that people are willing to buy and hold Bitcoin at the $36,000 level, and we're expecting it to maintain this price floor through the summer of 2022, says Gradwell. There will be strong efforts to bring investment gold standards to Bitcoin. So the initial waves of institutional investors who bought Bitcoin were willing to tolerate its many immature flaws and risks, but the next crop of potential investors want to see those issues fixed, says Gradwell. In the next year, expect to see a great deal of work in the cryptocurrency industry to accomplish that and bring Bitcoin up to the mature gold standard criteria of traditional investments. 3. The ESG problem will be strongly addressed, if not solved. With many large investors demanding action, we'll see the cryptocurrency industry provide a lot of data on the energy and climate impacts of mining coins and tokens, and also take action to lower that footprint, in the same way that people use renewables or offsets now, says Gradwell. The industry will start on the road to solving the ESG issues, and that should increase investors' confidence, while the decentralized nature of cryptocurrency makes taking coordinated actions far more difficult to achieve than in older industries, such as oil. Gradwell believes groups such as the Bitcoin Mining Council will continue to gain influence to affect real change, while Ethereum may implement its energy mining, minimizing proof of stake upgrade. 4. Expect more regulations. They will probably hit stablecoins and decentralized finance first. We're going to have a lot of perimeter setting in the next year, with several agencies saying this is within our perimeter to regulate, says Gradwell. Regulation will come with trade-offs, but I expect it to further push up cryptocurrency adoption, and that's the most important thing. Greater adoption leads to more demand, which leads to higher prices. So 5. Liquidity will surge. As more institutional investors buy and sell large amounts of cryptocurrency in shorter intervals, unlike retail investors who tend to buy and hold for long periods, this will drive up liquidity, says Gradwell. It's a key sign of a more mature market. 6. Bitcoin and Ethereum will continue to dominate for large investors. These two well-established cryptocurrency forms have the most maturity to take on institutional investors, and holding them makes strategic sense in the uncertain and inflationary period we're going into. 7. Criminal use will decrease, at least in one way. The illegal uses of cryptocurrency will decrease as a percentage of all transactions, though it will increase in absolute terms as adoption rises, says Gradwell, noting that efforts to curb crime have already yielded tangible results. For example, the significant criminal activity and money laundering that was happening on Bitcoin can now be tracked and caught by anti-money laundering programs. Going forward, criminals will have a more difficult time as regulators and law enforcement continue to get more sophisticated in their approaches. 8. Skeptics who fear catastrophic collapse will continue to dwindle in numbers. There's been a sea change in perspective in the last few years, as cryptocurrency went from a small-time industry in 2017 to a global economic industry in 2020, and built the critical infrastructure it needs to be a mature asset class. In just 3 years, the industry built proper corporate structures, worked out how to execute trades at scale, fixed custody issues so investors can store their assets safely, and saw adoption by large banks, he notes. All those accomplishments, as well as the fact that industries endured some major stress tests in 2021, are giving many former skeptics confidence that cryptocurrency is here to stay. 9. Investors will develop a deeper understanding of the fundamentals that drive the market. As with traditional asset classes, investors will increasingly factor these fundamentals into investment decisions and rely on less gauging short-term market momentum. 10. Growth must reflect maturing standards. Institutional investors may no longer consider crypto's rapid chaotic growth from 2017 to 2020 to be a disqualifying feature, but a repeat of that in any area could make their comfort vanish. Another period of rapid chaotic growth could have big negative consequences for the cryptocurrency industry and greatly decrease the liquidity in the market. And the industry is aware of this. If there is additional rapid growth, they know they must explain what's going on to institutional investors in a very clear way. So if y'all want to check this full article out, you can come to institutionalinvestor.com and just type in 10 predictions. You'll get this article. Another article I wanted to look at real quick was from Yahoo Finance, which is just an article talking about the bulls will be paid an hour later. So it's been a few weeks since this person last wrote an update on Bitcoin, but the price action since then, August 11th, has been a bit tricky to interpret. This is fine as markets, including cryptocurrencies like BTC, move from clear to less clear and back to clear constantly. In other terms, nobody has all the correct answers. So that's something that I want y'all to pay attention to. Sometimes, like this person says here, the market can move from clear to less clear and back to clear. So sometimes you can, be looking at the charts and it has a clear, a pattern of where it should follow, and sometimes it just won't do that. So sometimes it can become less clear, and then as you get more perspective, it can become more clear again. So back then, Bitcoin was trading at 46,500 and has hovered below the critical 50K level ever since, as it is now trading at 49,500. That's 6% higher. And my initial assessment of a wave 1 top back then was wrong. With 3 weeks of additional data available, a clearer picture emerges. Either the anticipated second wave was delayed and is still happening soon, or Bitcoin will not look back and rally quickly to 60K first as it pit stops to 90K. So a breakout targets 60K while a breakdown targets 42K. Now remember, I'm calling it out here, y'all. I believe we'll see 30K again before we'll see anything, a new all-time high. So because I just genuinely believe the market needs to shake out a lot of the people that are holding the positions. Imagine if the people that just got in this last month or two just become millionaires that easily. The market ain't gonna let it happen that sweet, y'all. Some people get lucky, but those were the people that weren't expecting it. Right now, everybody that just jumped in right now, these are all people who are doing it, jumping on the bandwagon of seeing these, last millionaires that just, were made, at the beginning of the year. So I believe, the ones in now, gonna have to stay down for the come up as well. So, contrarily, a breakdown below the recent lows at around 46,000, about equal to the 200-day simple moving average, with full confirmation below 43,840, means green wave C down to 44K is underway to complete. From there, Bitcoin can then start its rally to 90K. Thus, thanks to the EWP, we now have straightforward if-then scenarios with associated price levels to know which of the two will be. So basically, this person is saying, like, if it breaks above one level, we can say that it's likely to continue on this path. If it doesn't and it falls, it's likely to continue on this path. So you like this person said, you want to have if-then scenarios. So you want to have plans or strategies, for both, scenarios. So if it does this, I'll do this at this percent, or I'll, take profit, or, stop loss at this percent. If it does this, I'll buy more, or, add to my position, or, cut my position at this percent. You just want to have some type of strategy in place, so that way you can learn from it and grow from it. If you never write anything down, if you don't ever have develop a strategy, you'll never actually grow as a trader. So this is another article we have for the last one, I believe, but here's one from September 8th from Yahoo Finance as well, saying Bitcoin pullback should not come as a surprise. After Bitcoin crossed the $50,000 mark in early September, it appeared that the bulls were back in control. The mood among crypto investors was positive, not least because of El Salvador's Bitcoin integration, which got underway on September 7th. That optimism was interrupted when the Bitcoin rally turned into a sell-off yesterday, and Bitcoin corrected by nearly 20% to as low as 43,000. The Bitcoin price has since recovered some of those losses, but it remains below $50,000 for now. Long-term investors are used to the volatility, but newcomers might be just getting a taste of their first Bitcoin dip. So remember that a lot of these people that are new, new retail investors, they're not used to holding at a loss. To them, seeing their, portfolios red is like the worst thing on earth. So most of them would rather sell at a loss than to continue to hold through that time. So y'all have to expect that. So in his analysis, Neo points to Bitcoin's resilience at the start of September after the leading cryptocurrency broke 50,000 more than once before the downturn. Bitcoin remains relatively well supported, he says, above its 200-day moving average. In addition to the technical indicators, Neo also observed Bitcoin's fundamental strengths. This includes the acceptance of Bitcoin as a legal currency by El Salvador. The country has scooped up 500 Bitcoins in recent days, and it's not done. Locals who downloaded the Chivo Bitcoin wallet were gifted with $30 worth of Bitcoin, which they were free to spend at merchants, which in turn are expected to accept the cryptocurrency as payment method. So this is just an article from someone saying they walked into a McDonald's in San Salvador to see if they could actually pay for the breakfast with Bitcoin, and they said they actually were able to. So you could check this article out if you want to as well. And then we got this last article on a Bitcoin crypto winner potentially on the way that was predicted. Well, actually, I covered this with y'all. I don't want to watch the video just in case there's any copyrighted content. But let's take a look at Bitcoin again a year ago. This is something I want y'all to keep in mind. The people who bought in a year ago were buying a $10,000 Bitcoin. Even if they would have bought it at when it was 11,000, at this point, they still, so it, just with time, the top that you bought will be irrelevant. So imagine, this, let's go back to Shib. Let's go to our all time. If you bought this top, imagine once we're past these levels again, y'all. You have to, load up down here. Remember, I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not telling you to do anything. It's not financial advice. But add to those positions if you want to feel the gains from this point all the way up and beyond once we hit new all-time highs. That's the way you get back. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. So another thing, y'all know most likely Shib is coming to Binance. We just got the news on that. So that's gonna be dope. Hold on, let me pull this article up. I think I hit y'all with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 6, 7 articles. They trying to slow me down. So another catalyst that we have, or just nice catalyst, is that a senator from North Carolina has actually mentioned he purchased 100 million Shib tokens and will donate the entire wallet to shelter our homeless veterans once the value is at or above 1 cent. So that's super bullish. We have a United States senator being so bullish on Shib that he could see 1 cent. It's not saying that he's right or not, but that's that's something you want to connect the dots on. So that's a very good sign. So we'll be doing another video, breaking down what it would actually take to get to 1 cent now with the current market conditions and the new information we have, the new amount of holders that we have as well. So someone also made a post saying we getting there, guys. So Shib to be open for trade Wednesday, available now for deposit. This is on Binance US. So that was dope to see that. Also, more people talking about it. So someone saying we're going to moon so hard with all the new exchanges. Average time 4 to 10 months after hitting big exchanges. So remember, it doesn't happen right away. Most people, buy the rumor and sell the news. Well, most people don't even do that. That's what happens though. So the smart thing to do was to be load up during the rumor time when the price is still low. And once it actually happens, the price will spike and you can possibly get some off at the top and make some of your money back to recover just some of those gains for now, if you want to do it that way. Or you can just load up and just hold them for long term and just, add to your position down here. So someone else just stating that they purchased 1 million Shib. Tracking the ranking. So y'all want to come to the Shib Reddit page, you know, and just stay tapped in with this daily, and you know, see what's going on. This is where you can get a lot of the people that are like on the ground floor, you know, in different cities. Like this is someone that's, I think this is in Arkansas, if I'm not sure where this is. AR, I think that's Arkansas. But this person saying you can buy hot dogs with Shiba in Searcy, AR. So, you know, this is like where you can see people sharing local news that they see going around their city. This is something you wouldn't be able to see everywhere else. So, Huobi official brought a deal to our table, guys. So invite friends to Huobi, gain a share of 1.3 billion Shib. So this is, you know, other exchanges doing what they can to try to promote Shib or cross promote, as well as bring in, you know, users to their platform. So someone's just making another purchase. So y'all can see, you know, the community is here. You know, honestly, I think we're still very new. We haven't even scratched the surface with Shiba Inu. It's just barely 1 year old. You know, for y'all that are complaining in Shiba Inu right now, where were y'all at back here? You know, when the price was, you know, at these days, for the people who bought in at these tops. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, so for the people who bought in at the tops up here, you know, and they had to wait all this time for the price to do something, you know, where were y'all at during this time? You know, if y'all complaining now, where were y'all at here? So just give it this same amount of time, you know, before you panic. You know, these people that first bought in, they had to wait about 8-9 months until they seen, you know, those mega, you know, those nice all-time highs. You know, so if you bought in any time up here, you know, for a while you were probably stressing. You were like, dang, you know, this ain't gonna go nowhere, you know. But that's what a lot of people are thinking right now. You bought in right here, you know, or even up here. If you bought in here, that's fine. Think about the people who bought in here. They probably thought they bought the absolute top. They were salty, like, you know, dang, we bought too high. Those people, you know, had a chance to get rich if they held, you know. So just look at this as a buying opportunity, y'all, and just be patient. You know, just know it's a marathon. It's not a race. You know, it could take another year. You know, but it's not a bad thing. Think about it. If this happened in 1 year, look how much money was put on the table in 1 year. Imagine another year, y'all. This is gonna be crazy. I'm just excited for the journey. You know, it's really a journey. Just enjoy the journey. You know, remember the dips that you bought. Remember the different events that made you buy more dips. Remember, you know, just enjoy it. You know, crypto should be fun as well. You know, it should be a learning experience. It should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful all the time. If you're stressing over crypto, then you're doing it wrong. You should only be risking what you can afford to lose. You should not be putting bill money. You should not be, you know, going without because you invested in crypto. Yes, you should invest, you know, your money. You know, I recommend 10% of your income first, you know, to invest it. But, you know, if you can afford to do more, whatever you can afford, I recommend doing that. But, you know, just be smart, you know, be wise with it. So always use risk management, you know, do your own due diligence. Don't just jump in projects because you hear other people talking about it, and you should be straight, man. That's all we got for this video. Remember, again, come follow me here on Twitter at DecemberDeMarco. You know, free alerts. I'll be doing some giveaways as well, man. A lot of new things coming to the channel, man. We cover NFTs. I'll be doing my NFT giveaway. Email me if you want to enter that basically that, you know, that first group of people to get access to my NFTs once they drop. So that is DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. And man, that's all we got for this video, man. We out.